I've had this thought in my head for a long time, like, so you know, you can buy a full, there's full comp and then there's full skip chainsaw chain. It's kind of crazy to me that you can remove so many cutters from a chain and it will still cut, and it will still cut well. And I've also noticed over the years, I'll be cutting and you know, you hit a rock and sometimes you break teeth or something and the saw just keeps cutting. So I didn't have any, I didn't have any tree jobs to do today. So I figured I'd just do a science experiment at the shop here. I thought, how few teeth, like how many teeth could you remove before a chainsaw just stopped working? So because I've got nothing else to do, that's what me and Aaron are working on today. So I've got, this is a full skip chain right here. This is a brand new, this is round ground. Oh no, this is actually, yeah, no, this is chisel chain. Okay, but anyways, it's a 6.3 gauge. It's full skip. This is a 32-inch bar and chain. I haven't used this saw in a long time. This is my Makita. This is a 80cc saw, so same size as the 500. It cost $1,000. The 500 is like 1,600 or something, I think. Kind of a good bang for your buck, but they stopped making it. It actually cuts super well. I enjoy running this saw. So I'm gonna make a cut and I'm gonna grind a tooth off and make a cut, grind a tooth off, and we'll just go until the saw doesn't cut anymore. It's kind of a science experiment, I guess. I'm gonna lift this log up. So I'm just gonna we'll see how this goes. So here goes the first cut. This is just a sort of a baseline cut. Maybe we'll measure the times or something, but this is just a baseline cut. 80cc full skip chisel chain from Oregon. It is available at sappysupplies.com. I'm wearing chainsaw chaps by Cloggers. It was supposed to rain today. It probably will. These are the embers. They're warm. You can buy these at Sappy Supplies. You can buy this hoodie if you want, the Protos, most of the stuff. So I'm just gonna cut a cookie as a baseline, sort of. This is a stock chain too. This is right out of the box, so it's not gonna cut that. They don't cut that great when they're brand new. I mean, they cut straight. They do cut well, but if we took the rakers down and sharpened it, we could probably get the saw cutting faster. But it's for science, so no point. So, all right, that was cut number one. Let's let's make some modifications to this chain. All right. Let's sharpen this chain. All right, now we're down to 34 cutters. I felt no noticeable difference so far. That's how I sharpen all my chains. So 33 cutters. So I don't know, it's hard to tell. I think I noticed it not cutting as good that time. I think I noticed. All right, 32 cutters. That one actually felt better than the previous one. I think as I've been grinding, they're kind of like flaring out, so I trimmed the sides so it's more narrow, and actually that honestly felt pretty smooth. I'm getting my technique down. I'm getting better, better at it. Wait, 31. This is kind of interesting. Look at the variety of chips I have here. Look how long they are. Like, look at, that's crazy. Some of them are like abnormally long. See how that's kind of straight though? But this is all chattery. That's so weird looking. But look at the variety in my chips. They're like all different sizes. That's kind of crazy. 32. Have I really only done 5? Man. It's a long day. All right, I didn't really seem any different to me. All right. 29. So it's starting to feel like a slightly dull chainsaw at this point. You know, it does cut, but it's no longer really self-feeding. I have to push. On the next one, I'll show you. I won't push on it. You'll see it's like it is doing the job. I would say this is like the average tree service chainsaw that you grab right now when you grab it out of the chip truck. It seems like they're always dull. One thing I've noticed about my business as I've grown, it's gotten exponentially harder to keep all the saws sharp all the time, especially with a lot of people running them. It's a constant battle. So watch, I'll barely push on this. You'll see it won't cut very well. Look at that. So, like, it's weird. The saw is cutting really slow, but the chips are still nice. You know, it's not throwing powder. The chips are still good, but look how slow this is. $23. It gets less fun with every cut. It's still cutting pretty straight though. You see how straight it's cutting still? I was trying to do them like, I gave up, but I'm just winging it at this point. I should start selling these extra skip chains at Sappy Supplies. This is so stupid. Guess I should have filled this up before starting the experiment. – 22 cutters. It just feels wrong. It just does not feel right. I was cutting into some knots on that one. I had 3 knots on that one, but it just doesn't feel right. All right, 21. Look at the chain is like, the chain is loosening. I think the chain's just getting beat up. It's like getting loose. I gotta tighten it. You know, at first, I really didn't notice a difference between the first like 3, but now every one I grind, it's like, wow, that feels way worse than the last one. Yeah, the saw is really starting to vibrate a lot. We gotta tighten this chain, it's getting floppy. This is the ratchet scrunch from sappysupplies.com. This is a ratcheting bar wrench. I don't know where this thing has been my whole life. It's kind of crazy. It took so long for somebody to make a good ratcheting bar wrench, but this thing is so amazing. Sometimes I'll just give the bar a little jiggle, that way it slides easier. And the tensioner is not working so hard to put, because it's got to push the bar forward. But yeah, dude, I love this thing. Fits under the half wrap, full wrap handle. Goes both directions. One side fits husky, one side fits still. This is a husky mount. And they also have these little holes in them. You can put a little piece of cordage in there. Hang it from your saddle or something. All right, let's get our grind on. All right, 19. We're down to the teens. Yeah, it still will cut on its own without me pushing, but kind of barely. All right, 18. Just started to drizzle. I'll put on my raincoat. This is Rain Gear Pro, available at sappysupplies.com. I really like this raincoat. 18, right? Man, it's like I know it sounds weird, but it's like I'm feeling things I've never felt before. It's getting like stressful every cut I make. I'm like, it feels like the saw is just gonna rattle apart. Look at this gap that we're about to have here. I'm gonna grind this one off and then there's nothing here. This is crazy. That's crazy. That's such a big gap where there are no teeth. I don't know if that's gonna drastically change anything or not. I have a feeling this is gonna feel significantly different than the last one. Look at, I got 2 cutters in this whole top section here. This is ridiculous. All right, I guess I'll take these 2 out. All right, started at 35, down to 13. Okay, so it's gotten to the point where I'm like uncomfortable running this thing. Like it just feels so wrong. All right, 11. We're getting close to the single digits here. This is so stupid. What are we doing? Oh my gosh. This chain could officially attend Hogwarts. Oh man, dude. When I run this thing, you know, like when you're like going downhill on your bike, you're like, this is too fast. That's like how I feel running this thing. Like this doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel fast either though. All right. I don't have any really long chips anymore. Like, so, that's so weird. They're all small again. That is so weird. It's like hard to get started in the cut. It wants to bounce off the log. Dang, dude. I mean, get in here, Aaron. Look at this chain. I mean, there are so few teeth on this thing. Like, where do I even go next? I mean, I'm gonna have this crazy gap. I'm gonna have like no teeth on one side. I'm trying to make it like relatively even. So these are the two. I want to try to keep these ones nice and balanced, you know. So I guess I'll go for these two next. Watch when I go to get it. It's like once I'm in the cut, it's okay, but like getting started, it doesn't want to go in. This next one, okay, all right, down to 6. Look, a tooth here, here, and here. There's gonna be nothing on this whole side of the bar once this is gone. Oh man. Can't rush this process, it's gotta be perfect. Dude, this is not, I have no teeth. From here, all the way to here. I'm gonna kind of be amazed. We're down to 6 teeth. If this thing cut, I don't even, this might be the last one, I don't know. That's no teeth. We'll see. This is getting intense. That is not fun to run. That does not feel right. That is like, I'm like going low throttle because it's scary, and then I go full throttle, and I can't even tell which one's better, honestly. They both feel bad. Down to 5, feeling alive. I have a feeling from this point on it's gonna start to get really good. I think it's gonna be really nice now. I think tooth 6 was actually holding me back. I think it's gonna really shine with 5. All the best things are 5s, like Five Guys burgers and fries. It's 5. That's all I can think of. All right, let's do this. Man, this is hard because from this point, like, I have to, it's chattering, but I also have to push. Like, it's not gonna self-feed. It's gonna probably bounce out of the cut. Oh my goodness, we're going down to 4 teeth. This is crazy. I did not think I'd get this far. This is so nuts. My heart's like racing. It feels like the saw is like wants to attack me or something. I don't think I can go. I have to like dog in. I don't think I'm really tempted to try and plunge cut, but I think the kickback will be insane. I can't really get in. Like, I have to dog in. This is wild. This is getting difficult. I'm like tempted to let go with one hand, but I'm too scared. I can't let go of the saw. It's like I have to like muscle this thing. This is wild. Dude, I don't know about this. This is like, cause look at this. Look at this. Look at this chain. This perfectly balanced chain right here. So look at this. I've got these 4, so it's kind of balanced, but now I'm gonna start taking these off. I thought I was gonna get down to like 10 and like the chain would break or something. I don't know what to expect. I've never been in this situation, believe it or not. I'm not doing that. I'm not pulling it. What the heck? I'll try that again. That was weird. Like, I wasn't trying to do that, man. I can't cut through that. I can't cut through that. It just stops. Like it's veering off too much. But I mean, you got to think it has 50% more cutters going one direction than the other. You know, it's got 2 going one way, 1 going the other. So maybe if I take 1 more, I can't get through that. That is impossible. So now I guess we'll try going down to 2 and see what happens. Well, let's try 2 and see what happens. This chain has way too many teeth. Let's take some more off. All right, we are down to 2. 2 teeth. See they're opposites, and they're right. See, these are opposites. So one's running that way, and then one's running that way. So I heard that the chainsaw, like the cutter, is kind of designed after the wood beetle. I don't know if that's true, but they have a cutter on each side. That's why they started making the story goes, that's what they told me at the organ factory, the guy that made organ noticed, he was like a timber faller or something, and he noticed that because they experimented with different chains for a long time, and then in the 50s or 60s, the organ guy was noticing that the beetle that chews through the wood has a cutter on one side and then a cutter on the other side, so he designed his chain after that, and that's how we got alternating cutters today, so the story goes. But 2 teeth, let's see how this goes. All right, 80 cc's and 2 chainsaw teeth. I can't believe that. It actually did it. Barely. I was muscling that. That's 2 teeth. there is no way this is gonna work. 32 inches and 1 tooth. Well, there's your answer. 2 teeth is all you need. I'm like a ½ inch into this thing. I cannot cut through that. It's like, it feels like when the chain is on backwards, but actually worse. There's no way I can cut through anything else. So look at this chain. Look at this. We've got one cutter. This is so nuts. So just for comparison, now I just sharpened this chain. This one's at the very end of its life, but I just did this on the square grinder, the Sylvie. So let's see how this one cuts compared to those last ones. Let's see how 35 do. Man, I honestly, this is a really good saw, honestly. It's been a while since I've ran it. I think this is, Tony, you said this is your favorite saw?
Yeah.
What do you like about this?
Well, for one, I personally really like the way Domars start. I know how to start them much better than other saws. I like the weight of the saw. It's got a lot of power.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just, I really like the Domars personally. It's what I started with. It's what I'm used to.
You have the smaller size, right?
Yeah, I have its little brothers.
But you wish you would have got the bigger one?
Yeah, I just never did.
Well,
So.
Well, here, I want to give this to you.
No way.
Yeah, I want to. If you deny
Are you kidding me?
If you deny it, you'll ruin my YouTube video.
No, sir. Thank you so much. You may not get a lot of hugs on YouTube. No way,
I don't get enough hugs on YouTube.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Tony's visiting from Florida, so he can take that back with him. I never use it. It's an awesome saw. I generally don't use it because they don't make them anymore, but Tony's been out here playing with the saw all week, cutting up wood, so yeah, take it. Take that home.
Dang, Thank you so much, Jacob.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Oh,
Thanks for coming up and helping.
No,
everything.
no, it's been awesome. It's been awesome.
So,
Hey,
yeah, Tony's new saw.
My new
80
saw.
Yeah.
35 teeth even.
Yeah, but that thing's down to the nubs that you got.
Dang.
Dude, there's no more sharpening that one.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, Tony.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, man.
No problem.
So, all right, well, that's the end of the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.